Welcome back to youtube.com/FPS. Last time we left you, we'd been eaten by the elusive Deathclaw. He's hiding up there, just on the overpass, and as soon as we go inside that caravan, he's gonna jump on top. Little does he know, we've got a little secret fighting for him.
Alright, let's see if we can do this. So this motherfucker is gonna just jump on... There he is. Eat shit. That did not kill him, did it? Holy shit! Ah, God. So the Deathclaws are just ridiculously tough whenever you've got... I noticed my radiation's a little high. We're gonna fix that. Yeah, the Deathclaws are just ridiculously strong. They absorb so much damage when you're playing on... I'm going to take that because it raises my damage threshold. I'll take some Psycho too. We're going to need all the help we can get. And I wanted to get rid of that. I didn't want that. I wanted this. My radiation was high. I wanted to get rid of that. What's this do? Yeah, might as well take that. Take some Mentats. Just going to take a bunch of drugs basically because this Deathclaw just survived a lot of damage. And now he's in here with us. And I'm not sure what to do about that other than this. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Wow, he killed us with one whack, huh? So yeah, this Deathclaw situation, this part of the DLC in particular, this part of Lonesome Road is really tough. You're on this overpass. Luckily, I saved right here. I didn't save there the first time, and I had to go back and replay it. So yeah, that motherfucker's gonna drop on top of this thing, and for some reason, even though my explosive skill is like 90, it's gonna take a lot more C4 than I had bargained for to just kill this thing in one shot, just kill him outright, and that's what I want to do. I want to just smoke this thing. I don't want to have to get into a close range battle with a damn Deathclaw. So let's drop a few satchel charges too. And I'm just going to make a whole big trap here because the thing is, even if we take out this QR, I forgot what letter S was. Even if we take this guy out with one shot, like I want to, there's two more just around the corner, at least two more, maybe three, that are just going to run right over here, and they need to get a little greeting of their own, maybe weaken them up a bit. I'm just going to toss a few satchel charges out here. If they don't go off, then we'll just pick them back up. Oh shit! All right, so let's take let's use a stealth boy. This seems like a good time to use one. And let's get our detonator out. Okay, so that is an enormous amount. That's five bricks of C4 and 5 satchel charges. I think those satchel charges are going to go off on their own as soon as he and here he is. Alright, that hurts somebody. So Eddie's out there having an awesome battle, it seems. And that's a little worrisome. Oh shit. So that's all of the explosives. We just set off all of that stuff, and these guys are still coming, so... Fuck. So this... Your energy weapons is being drained, your explosives is being drained, your guns is being drained. Well, I would not have... And my... Oh, everything, okay. I would not have done that if I had known what it was going to do to me, I think. So let's try our trusty medicine stick here. Oh, why did I swap ammo? I hope he can't see me. For some reason, he is stuck. He's stuck on a can on the ground or something, and he can't get me. Look at him. He's moonwalking. He's moonwalking, and he's got lipstick on. That's iFly. That's an iFly Deathclaw. Just kidding, dude. That guy does not wear makeup. You guys are assholes. Oh, this cocksucker! Die! Look at this. Is this some sort of glitch? Is this... I'd like to believe that this is built in. That the reason he can't get me is because like the ceiling's too low. I didn't want to shoot that. I thought I selected my... Oh, I did, and then I unselected it. Well, that was dumb. Now I've got 2 broken arms. And 1 hit me. And 1 hit. Okay, so we're going to try this a little bit differently this time. Normally I cut all this stuff out if you know, the beginning of the video goes rough, but I think this is entertaining. Let me know. So this time I think what I'm going to do... I do think the explosives are good, I guess, because, you know, they're going to allow me to injure these guys, soften them up a bit. But I'm not going in that caravan this time. I'd rather fight these guys out in the open, so let's slap on a stealth boy and go get him. I'm tired of trying to set an ambush when it keeps failing over and over. I'm usually really good at that, but when you're trying to ambush Deathclaws, it's a whole different thing. Is that close enough to hurt him, you think? Sure it is, right? Of course, this might just kill him. Yeah, there we go. Eat shit. Alright, so we got rid of that guy. Now there are still 2 more Deathclaws. So let's set off that nuke with our laser. And, where's it at? Someone got mad at me because I didn't have things like the laser designator hotkeyed. I find that it's difficult to use the hotkeys on console. Why isn't this going off? Unless it's one of the... it's left, right, or down. When I try to use the diagonal hotkey positions, I always end up selecting something I don't want, or, you know, it always goes poorly for me. So I only use 3 hotkeys. Down is my stim packs, left and right, or 1 is usually my sniper rifle, my long range weapon for whatever I'm doing, and the other is always, you know, my most powerful close range weapon at the time, or whatever I'm using more often at the time. Right now it's my 12.7 submachine gun. I saw Samuel L. Jackson calling out President Obama on, well, I saw it on Reddit. I guess he was giving him shit because Obama's been dropping the missed. No, I didn't miss. It just didn't hurt him. Ooh, I'm dead. Die, you cocksucker. Yeah, he's been giving him shit because Obama's been dropping the... What? I guess Obama's been dropping the G off of the end of some of his words, so instead of playing, he's been saying playing. Playing. I can't do an Obama impression. I really wish I could because I've got so much I'd like to say using that accent. There's a lot of things. I don't like getting political, but you know, I think it's more acceptable now to say something negative about Obama than it was maybe a year ago. A year ago, you immediately got called a racist for some reason. Now, you know, when he's trying to start these random wars and do stuff like that, people are. They don't mind as much. I see a lot of liberal celebrities and comedians calling him out, so that gives me free range to say a few things here and there. But you know, I don't like getting political on YouTube because the problem with that, I see people requesting that sort of thing from different YouTubers. You never want to get political, or there's a few things that, you know, everyone knows you should try to stay away from if you're in the public eye and, you know, you've got a fan base or whatever. You know, it's religion, politics, sex. I'm probably missing something, but the reason for that is because those subjects are people's opinions are split on those things. So this motherfucker's hiding right there. Look at his tail. Look at this fucking piece of shit hiding. So people's opinions are really split right down the middle on things like politics, sex, religion. And also, those opinions are hard to change. So, I was really hoping that would go a little bit farther. So if I were, let's say that you were born Catholic, raised Catholic. Wow, my guy just doesn't have an arm. All right, this guy's not going to be pitching anytime soon. Let's say that you were raised Catholic. You've always been Catholic. You're devout. I'm not going to be able to change your mind on something like that, nor would I want to. You know, I don't want to come in and try to tell you what's what about religion or any of that stuff. Politics, you know, that kind of affects me, so you've got a little more, I feel it's a little bit more okay to discuss politics, but regardless, I don't know how I got on this, just talking about how I thought it was funny that Sam Jackson called out Obama, and that was news. I think Samuel L. Jackson is 64 years old now, and he doesn't look it. And I'm not sure if that's Hollywood or if that's Sam Jackson. It's hard to tell. You know, is Samuel L. Jackson just one of those guys who's just going to age well? You know, he's going to be 80 and still look 60? Or is he going to, or is, you know, that just Hollywood nowadays? Nobody ages in Hollywood. You see all these 40, 50-year-old guys being action stars and stuff. So right now I'm trying to decide what to do. I've got a huge-ass Deathclaw around the corner, and I want to take him out fast, and I don't know how because he won't show himself, and if I approach him, he's just going to whoop my ass. So what I've decided to do is to pop off one of these timed nukes. Hopefully I've got it aimed well. And then get away. Yeah, see, that took like half of his life away. Half of his health. So let's switch back to our 12.7 and hope that he runs over our explosives. Yeah, he did. There you go. So yeah, ridiculously hard little part of the game, the DLC if you ask me. 3 Deathclaws, 4 if you count the one who's sneaky back there. I'm not even going to deal with him. He's going to hide up there, I think. I'm not positive about this. Maybe he just appears out of thin air, but I think the gist is that he's hiding up there, and as soon as you go inside that caravan, he just drops on top of it. And I don't want to deal with that. So, fuck that guy. I want your hand. Give me your hand. I wonder why it is that people don't seem to be aging. I guess it's just society in general, you know, just the world we live in. Everyone's, you know, people don't work as hard as they used to. That's a good thing for the most part. And, you know, people's lives are a lot easier than they used to be, which is, for the most part, also a good thing. When I was growing up, when I thought of someone who was, you know, 50 was old, man. You know, there weren't any attractive 50-year-old women when I was, you know, that at least I didn't feel that there were. And, you know, if you're a 50-year-old dude, you're not, you know, you're not an athlete anymore. You're not the kind of guy who's a physically impressive guy, but that's changed. That's completely changed. I feel like me and my dad were talking about this the other day. So my dad's 60, and Dad said he basically he said what I'm saying to you right now. He said, you know, I don't feel 60. He's like, now don't get me wrong, I can't run. You know, I'm not gonna get out there and run anymore. I can get in a hurry. You know, I can jog pretty fast if I have to, if there's an emergency or something. But I'm not going to run anymore. I'm not going to play softball like I did in the old days. But I don't feel like what I used to think 60 felt like. That's what he was saying. And this is especially true for him because he was born in, you know, the 50s. So 60 in the 50s was ancient. You know, if you're a 60-year-old in 1950, first of all, you were obviously born in the 1800s. And also, you know, you'd lived a really hard, rough-ass life. You probably really demanding physical labor, probably not a lot of medical care, and all of the above. It just, you were beat up. Your body was used up for the most part at 60 back in those days, and it's not like that anymore. And people don't even look their age anymore. It's hard to judge people's age, and that pisses me the fuck off. Let me tell you what happened to me today. I went to buy a lighter. I needed a lighter. I got some fireworks.
All due respect, sir, I think you're making...
He's got more memories. I don't care about your memories, Eddie. That's a dumb part of his story, and I don't care anymore. You've lost my interest with that part of the storyline, Eddie. So I went to buy a lighter because I wanted to set off some fireworks. I've got some pretty badass fireworks actually. And I go into the store and I'm like, you know, give me a Bic. She's a lighter. Give me a lighter. And she's like, oh shit, I just walked right up on this big motherfucker and then missed him to boot. Now what am I going to do? And this lady was like, I need to see your ID. And I walked out of a gas station about a month ago because they wanted to see my ID over over a lighter. And I was getting ready to, like, you know, throw my normal public rant, make a scene, and then go across the street where there's a very nice Middle Eastern gentleman who would sell me not just a lighter, but a fucking handgun without ID. So I was about to do that, and then I guess there was a representative from one of the tobacco companies or something like that, and I guess he had a say in it, and he's like, "Need to see your ID, son." And I'm just like, that's fucking stupid. And he looked shocked by this. And you know, it was a pretty rude thing for me to say, especially, you know, to a stranger. But I was pissed. And he's like, "Well, I gotta see it before I can sell you." And he goes on in his little bullshit rant with his silly old-timey accent, which he didn't even have. Basically, I asked him, I was like, "How old do you think I am?" And he's like, if I had to guess, I said, "How old do you think I am?" Because I would have to be 17 years old to not be able to purchase this fire making device. What you're saying here by asking me for identification is that you don't think that I am of age to control fire yet, and that would mean I'm 17, which is bullshit, by the way. At 17, you're competent with fire. If I can give you a fucking car, then you should be able to have a lighter, cigarettes, liquor, pornography, and a gun. That's just my opinion. At 18, if you can, because they'll send your ass right overseas to fight somebody. You know, they'll put an M16 in your hand. They'll put you on the back of a Hummer and give you a machine gun. But what? I can't buy a Bic lighter? No, that's not true. You can buy a Bic lighter at 18. I guess I got carried away there. But point being, I said to him, I was like, "Do you think I'm 17? Do I look 17?" And I haven't shaved in like 4 days, so I've got, you know, I don't grow like a super Harley Morgenstein beard, but I got a beard going on. I'm like, "Do I look 17? He's like, "No, if I had to guess, you're 21. I'm like, "I'm 27. I was born in 1986. I was like, you know, I remember 1996. My dad bought a new truck that year. I sat in his lap and drove it down the fucking road. I was 10. I remember that shit. I drove it back from the dealership. And I'm like, you know, stop fucking with me. Just give me this shit." And he basically was shocked that I was 27, and went on and started complimenting me, and then telling me that I was blessed. And then, you know, I couldn't be mad then, so that really pissed me off that this guy had totally disarmed me with all these compliments about me, you know, being blessed and apparently not looking my age. And then some lady that was behind me, who was in her 60s or 70s, and looked it, she was like, "Oh, yes, Sonny. Oh, what I'd do for someone to ask for my identification. I wish they thought I was 17. With her smoker's cough. And so it was just I was just pissed off, but I couldn't really be mad at anybody at that point, because while these people, I felt, had disrespected me and treated me like shit and weren't appreciating my business, and also I'm like, I mean, let's get real. I'm the most famous person in this county. Most people know me. Like that's not me bragging or, you know, saying something that's, you know, patting myself on the back. When I go into a restaurant, everybody knows who I am. You know, if I go to Walmart, everybody knows who I am. I get recognized 10 times a day here. And these motherfuckers are IDing me. And I wanted to be mad at them, but they were kissing my ass too much, and they actually made me feel good about myself. So I had to leave, all pissed off and I don't know. I wanted a confrontation, and they wouldn't give it to me, and that was so much worse than them yelling back. So keep that in mind in your life. If somebody's fucking with you, and you can help it, just be polite. Just be polite, and try not to be a jerk to them, because that really pisses them off. It certainly did piss me off. I think I'm going to make this a 30-minute episode. I don't care if it takes a while to upload. I want to keep playing. I don't know what it is about Grand Theft Auto 5. I literally am struggling to make a video out of this game. I feel like the content just isn't entertaining. When I go back, you know, I'll go out and I'll go on a killing spree, for lack of a better word. I'll go crazy and kill, you know, 30 people in the street, and then kill 10 cops, and then go on a ridiculous crash course driving spree. But that doesn't last long, and there's lots of boring parts in the middle, and, you know, there'll be parts where I'll crash, and I get in that awkward. I have to do that awkward 3-point turn while getting shot at by cops. I go back and watch what I just recorded, and I'm like, this isn't good. This is no good. And I don't want to do a live commentary over that. I wanted to use that for background for a story I wanted to tell about. Oh, you son of a bitch! Get out of here with that chainsaw. What are you doing? A chainsaw, really? Asshole. Yeah, I wanted to use the GTA footage as background. Wow, the audio's getting really loud in my headset. As background for a story I wanted to tell. For some reason, he's not cutting me, so I'm just gonna keep shooting. This is when playing on the higher difficulties actually makes the game look not as good as it actually is. When you've got to sit there and just pump round after round into him, like hundreds of rounds, or not hundreds, but 30, 40, 50 rounds, it makes it look to someone who's doesn't have the controller in their hands like, I don't know, like the game's not fun. But trust me, it's more challenging on these higher difficulties. They just need to do something about these bullet sponge enemies. That took way too many bullets. I would prefer to have more accurate enemies with better artificial intelligence than I would an enemy who's just a bullet sponge. Wish they do. I hope they do something about that in Fallout 4. Fallout 4. I have been meaning to talk about that in one of these. So the big question for Fallout 4, in my opinion, is where's it gonna be? Well, I think I've got the perfect place for it to be. I want it to be in Canada. I want the next one to take place in Canada. If you're into the Fallout lore, then you know that Canada was annexed by the United States fairly early on, in this alternate reality. And I'm just shipping some things over to Eddie so I can walk again. Let's see, that. Let's see, what was I talking about? It's really hard to do the stuff in this game and then keep my train of thought at the same time. Oh, Fallout 4. So if you, like I said, the United States annexed Canada, which means basically they were like, hey, you Canadians, you're not Canadians anymore. We own you. That's basically what they said. They just took Canada without a fight, which is probably what would happen if the U.S. went all rogue and totalitarian. Canada wouldn't put up a fight. I mean, no offense, Canada, but you just wouldn't. You'd give in to our demands. And not that the people would, your government would. They totally would, and it would be in your best interest. If we were crazy, if we were like, the United States but ran by Kim Jong-un, the North Korean dictator, you just wouldn't want to fuck with us because, we'd shoot rockets and missiles and bomb the shit out of you. It's better to surrender. So that's what happened in this alternate dimension. And I think that is the perfect... look at this head rolling toward me. That's great. I love that. And I think that's the perfect place to put the next Fallout game. I don't want to carry this armor, man. Because, for one thing, I think they could get a lot of, Canada jokes in it. Lots of A's and what's this all about and stuff like that could be mixed in there, and it could be really funny. So there were definitely some vaults in Canada, and, let's go to Canada. I would love that. You'd have get some French Canadian stuff involved. Some of the best parts of this game to me are I've mentioned it before, the propaganda posters and all the story and background, and I just think it would be funny and entertaining and a great story to get out of the U.S., go up to the Great White North and explore, I don't know, Toronto, Quebec, whatever. I don't really care. My Canadian geography is very pathetic, but a large city in Canada. I think that would be the way to go. I was looking at that because it looked like a snake, but I guess it's rebar. Cherry bombs. I don't want that conductor. I'll take those primers, though. I always pick up the ingredients or the pieces that go to build a weapon repair kit, because weapon repair kits are so valuable when your repair skill is high. When you've got a 100 repair skill, a weapon repair kit, I don't know how much it repairs a weapon when let's say it's got half its life. It seems like it increases its condition by like 50% or something like that. It really, really. Oh, a sniper rifle. Nice. It really, really helps. So those weapon repair kits, I'd pay $1,000 a piece for one or caps. I tried to force it and it broke. I'd pay 1,000 caps a piece for one if they were for sale in a store, but they're almost never are. A really rare commodity if you don't make them yourself in this game. So let's see, what's this back here? I don't want to miss anything, especially if might be. What do we have here? A couple mini nukes, some Radaway. I just watched The Town, and I gotta say, my opinion of Ben Affleck has changed, and my opinion of Ben Affleck playing Batman has also changed. Watching him act, direct, and co-write in The Town really blew me away. I feel like The Town is one of the best heist movies ever made. And there's not tons and tons of heist movies, but it's definitely top 10 heist movies. Definitely. And you've got Jeremy Renner in there, who's the guy from, the Newborn movies. Not movies, but movie. I think they just made one, right? Born Ultimatum, maybe? Whatever it was. He was also in The Hurt Locker, that won Best Picture a few years ago. Very good actor, and he's not even the best part of the movie. Ben Affleck definitely carries the movie. He's really, really good. I also can't remember the name of... What do we have here? What is this? This looks like a... What the fuck are you... Oh, thanks, Eddie. This looks like I'm going to launch a nuclear missile, which is my favorite thing to do. Condemned to repeat it. Launch the nuclear missile from the... I probably should have looked into where this missile is going before I launched it. Bum-ba-da-da. But yeah, if you're into heist movies or you just want to know the real deal about Ben Affleck, apparently that he is a good actor and an even better director, I'm eating crow right here. Look at that thing getting wobbly. That would totally kill us, by the way. Like if that happened in real life, our faces would melt off from, another 2 or 3 miles behind us.
You're back online.
Yeah, I don't care, Eddie. I just don't care. Your storyline is not compelling. Bam, 100 explosives. Alright, what else? Where are we going to go to next? Sneak could definitely use some work. So could energy weapons. I have never maxed out energy weapons in this game, to be honest. I just never do it. Alright, let's see what's down here. Mad Bomber, what's that? I don't care about that. Let's see here. Scoundrel, that's actually a pretty good perk. The Sneering Imperialist. I imagine that guy's got a French accent. Oh, the Sneering Imperialist. Stonewall, 5 to my damage threshold. Strong back. That's valuable. Terrifying presence. In some conversations, you gain the ability to initiate combat while terrifying a mob of opponents, sending them fleeing away for safety. I just don't see that happening very often. A shotgun technique that can knock an enemy back. Fight the power. Here and now. That's a dumb one. Optimize it. AP. Misfortune. I don't know why you would pick Misfortune when you go with Mysterious Stranger. I think the Mysterious Stranger's gun does like 1,000 points of damage, whereas Misfortune's does not. Let me know if you know the difference between the two. I think the Mysterious Stranger is by far the better one. What if you picked? I guess you could pick them both. That would be pretty good. You can push around long enough. The sun is down. Let's get this done. Weapons heavier than 10 pounds. That way I have as much. I don't have that many weapons that weigh over 10 pounds, do I? I got the 50 cal, the nuke launcher. Explosives layering ignore a portion of their damage. Damage by 25 against all explosives of your own. Life giver. You've learned additional 30 hit points. That'd be good. Pyromaniac. I don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. 25%. I like that. We're going to do that. Yeah. It looks like the missile hit somewhere on the other side of the divide. You think you could reach the location with a blast from Hopeville. That is if you feel brave enough to explore ground zero of a nuclear blast. All right, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go explore a nuclear blast. So I think I'll shut it down right here since we just picked up this badass industrial hand, this melee weapon. That's going to be fun to play with. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like or share the video or tweet it out or show your mom. Show your mom. She'll probably like me. She's cool like that. Whatever you want to do. But like I said, hope you liked it. Have a good day, guys.